up? What's up? That's so crazy. Welcome back to Talk It Out. How are you guys this week? Hope you guys are amazing. Why am I wearing this? Because I am T-minus 12 hours. No, 14 hours till takeoff to Vegas. So if you are watching this, seeing this, I am headed to Viva Las Vegas this weekend, and this is batch recorded way ahead of time because I know I'm going to party hardy. Yes, we're doing Pink Pony Club, YouTube, audio listeners, get over to YouTube and see my silly hat. But I knew I needed to get at least more than one use out of this hat. And this is one of two Bachelorettes to Vegas I'm going on. One this month, and exactly 1 month later, another one. But we're doing Pink Pony Club and disco nights, and my key mission, which I have texted my friend multiple times about this so far, for real, I'm getting a Labubu. Hey, all of you who have 19 Labubus and you're burnt out on it, guess the freak what? I live in the Midwest. Everything is like 6 months to 9 months behind in this puppy, and I need a LaBaby, which that's what my husband keeps calling it. He's like, "What, you gonna get one of them little babies?" He does not talk like that, but he does call it he's like, "A LaBaby?" And I was like, "No, a Labubu." God. But we will be getting his and hers Labubus. I will be coming back with that. And if I don't, not coming back. Not coming back. You'll never see another episode of this. This will be, sometime later in May, and then you'll never see me again. But hopefully, end of this month, I have a little friend right here. And I want to get like a couple because I want to customize them. Is that weird? Do I want to paint a toy? Am I 30, almost 32 years old and I want to paint a toy? Yeah. Yeah, that's me, bitch. Yeah, that's me. Alani New hitting. Yeah, that's me. Oh, you know what's crazy? There's no light behind me right now at all. Hold on. Probably going to cut this out, but there's no light behind me right now. And I said, go ahead, put the light behind me. Turn studio to 100. Okay. Hello? Are you going to do it? Hello? Did I say? Okay, whatever. It's on. Did that make a difference? Not really. Not really at all. So today, because I am headed to Viva Las Vegas, and I love it so much, we are going to be talking about some of the history of Las Vegas and some of the cool, neat, I think that some of that, and please go listen to like somebody raised in Vegas for like the TTT, but like, let me give you the tourist tea on Las Vegas. This message is for Alicia. This moment right now is for Alicia and Alicia only. Hey, what do you mean you want to go to the Zak Bagans Haunted Museum? Do you know my traumatized little soul? They're going to leech onto me. Like I'm going to be pulled, like my soul's going to be pulled in multiple directions. I don't know. Just kidding. I love you. But like, okay. Zak Bagans Haunted Museum. Let's see. Zak Bagans developed a profound interest in the paranormal when he was just 10 years old, scouring nearby garage sales and working on his mother's antique shop in search of odd and spooky collectibles. Excuse me? In 2002, he had experienced a life-changing encounter in Trenton, Michigan. Hello? So very close to me. When the spirit of a woman made contact with him in his apartment. He would later learn a woman took her own life in his bathroom before he moved in. This inspired him to make Ghost Adventures, the original documentary, in 2006. He basically started Ghost Adventures. Cool. Is he from Michigan? Zak Bagans, don't be from Michigan. I like Holly Madison too much, and he's kind of a jerk to her. No, he's born in Washington, D.C. Why were you ever in Michigan? In Trenton? And why in Trenton? Like, Zak Bagans, Michigan apartment. Okay. Google AI. Okay, because what I was reading before was from the Zak Bagans Museum website. This says Zak Bagans of Ghost Adventure. If I can't say adventures, Zak Bagans of Ghost Adventures is known for his paranormal investigations, including one of the Michigan Hell House, a haunted home he purchased and featured in his documentary, Demon House. While Bagans has investigated various locations, including Detroit, Michigan, he is not known for having apartment in Michigan. Okay, so did he purchase this for his documentary? My mouth could not be drier. Deemed a portal to hell, he states this house forever changed him. Okay, so this totally feels fake. Hey, I'm just gonna go ahead and put it out there. Love y'all. This seems fucking fake. Like, what a showman. You know what I mean? Like, and hey, I said that I would consider going into this museum. I don't know. Because I'm not saying he doesn't have an affinity for the paranormal, but what the fuck are we talking about? Like, he had this encounter that had forever changed him, and it just blah, blah. What? We were born in DC. What are you talking about? Okay, and maybe I don't know the Zak Bagans lore. Tap in bagheads. Tap in bagheads to tell me all the Zak Bagans lore, because late night flashlight ghost tour experience, an hour and a half, $205. $205 to take a flashlight. And how much do you think like things happen? Okay. Here's a sneak peek. Here's some of the things that happen. The Devil's Rocking Chair. Ed and Lorraine Warren's notorious The Devil Made Me Do It. Case that inspired Conjuring 3. This is an actual demonic throne the beast claimed as its own. I couldn't have read something better without stumbling doing that voice. What's going on with me? Again, continuing my forever audition to do voices. I'll have to not have dry mouth to do it, and that may never happen for me, so. Peggy the Doll. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not going to do it again. Touted as one of the most haunted dolls in the world, Peggy has caused countless nosebleeds, faintings, and even a heart attack. Guess I can't not read it like that, bro, because it's so like that. Guests are warned beforehand against looking at her directly in her eyes, but we've posted a picture right here for you to look. Like, what? The Dybbuk Box. Known as the most haunted object in the world, the Dybbuk Box is claimed to have been responsible for multiple deaths, a stroke, and cursing famed musician Post Malone. Apparently, you're not even literally supposed to look up pictures of a Dybbuk Box. So the fact that they're posting one on here, irresponsible. It feels like. Dr. Death's van. I can't not read it. The actual death van of Dr. Jack Kevorkian, where he carried out numerous assisted suicides. The van has been a hotspot of paranormal activity, particularly for females who have fainted and even seen dark shadowy figures near it. I don't know. Was it last week or the week before? Or the week before? I don't know. Whenever we talked about past lives and shit, if I go to one of these things, am I going to have like a past life experience? Like, let's say some little past life in me is unlocked, and like, am I going to have like a experience, like so scared? Demon house. You got the whole house? What are you saying? You got the whole house? No. In what was the most authenticated case of demonic possession in America, this exhibit actually contains the actual staircase to hell, as well as the dirt and ritual items discovered by police buried within it, as seen in Zak Bagans' Demon House documentary. That's why he bought it, maybe, to put it in his museum. Okay, whatever. And is that what it is? Like, is that how ghosts work? Like, are they possessing the things? Or are they possessing the, place? The things, the feelings? I don't know. Are ghosts just trapped emotion? I don't know. We talked about, like, ghost hunting a few weeks ago. Not even, like, a fucking month ago at this point. But, hey, I don't know. So, we'll get to it because I am actually staying at the Flamingo this time around. And the Flamingo is supposed to be haunted, so, but we'll get into that in a second. James Dean's transaxle. The only known piece of existence of actor James Dean's cursed little bastard car in which he was killed, the transaxle, has also been linked to other deaths. How has this one been linked to other deaths? I don't understand. Dude, and like the picture of him in this absolute bowler hat right now he's like reaching his hand out and he's holding this cane. Like, he looks like he should be a guy that's going, "Hello, princess. You're looking mighty fine today. Hello, Zak Bagans. You're looking mighty crazy today. How about you open a museum up with me? We could have a nicer time and do a museum today." Whatever. Whatever. I'm not trying to, if you talk like that, sorry, I'm not trying to make fun of you, but like, hello, Zak Bagans. Anyways, so I'm considering going with my friends to do that, but we will see, because I am a little spooked. Even though I'm making fun of him, I am a little spooked by it. But there are so many haunted places in Viva Las Vegas. Where are some other ones? The most haunted resort by far, the Luxor. Like, for sure. Let's see. The Luxor, dude, it's the pyramid one. And why is it ancient Egyptian themed? What's that about? Is that not cultural appropriation? Why is nobody mad about that? Why is it? Are they? And I just don't know. But like, why is nobody mad about that? Man, these glasses are thin plastic and they're kind of cutting into me. I'm getting a preview of this. Ooh. But it's like crazy. I know like a bunch of people have like, not a bunch, but I know like some people have jumped from it and shit. Like, cause they have like the inner, it's a pyramid, and the inside they have inner balconies and people have like jumped off of those. But apparently it's got like spooky figures and stuff. That's where the bodies exhibit is. Hello. Have you ever gone to see that? I have. If you haven't, it's actually a very neat exhibit. I haven't gone to see it there, but it was traveling around. It's a very cool exhibit. It's been around for a long time. So I'm sure if you're a millennial, a young millennial, you've probably been to it. But and I know a lot of people have like feelings about how were these bodies procured. There we go. Procured. But, ethically, I'm sure it's ethically a gray area. But it is something I wanted to see. And because I'm morbid, regardless, I am disgustingly morbid. And as many of us are, so whatever. It's fascinating. I know that there are like one exhibit of like trigger warning, like a pregnant woman is part of this exhibit, which I know can be kind of disturbing for some people on what may have happened in that situation. I'm not the one or the two in any of those situations, but now that exhibit, and I don't know if it's like part of the exhibit, all of it, is at the Luxor. So tell me that's not fucking cursed. Tell me that's not fucking cursed. I don't care where it's at. Being exposed to it, it's kind of cursy. Actually, how long has that bodies exhibit been around? I'm curious. Bodies come from unclaimed bodies from China. Okay. Often those who have no next of kin or immediate family. Some have raised concerns that the bodies may have come from executed Chinese prisoners. The bodies, and that feels cursy. That feels very cursy. Executed Chinese prisoners feels cursy. The bodies are plasticated, meaning the skin and body fluids are removed and replaced with plastic, which hardens and preserves them for display. That's fucking scary. The exhibitions like Bodies, the exhibition, and Body Worlds have used unclaimed bodies from China where blah, blah, blah. Okay. So whatever. But also, like, be for real. There has been, like, horrid horror stories of, dude, try to say that 3 times fast. I could never in my life. I could barely say it 1 time slow. But that is wild that this happens. And I know we're getting a little off track here. Hold on. I will come back to it. I know I get off track a lot, but I'm coming back to Vegas and the haunted. Don't worry. But yeah, this body shit, very, very, the potential dehumanization of bodies is an ethical consideration. The sourcing is an ethical consideration, whatever. Spooky haunted, no matter what. I don't care. No matter what, spooky haunted. Scientifically fascinating? Sure. But whatever. And who thought of this? Who was like, the world needs to know? And I mean, cool. That's very cool that is educating, potential future doctors and blah, 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 whatever. But like 1 time's enough. If you're a weirdo and you're going to see this like 3, 5, 9 times, you're a weirdo. You're a fucking weirdo. I don't care. You think I'm mean? I don't care. You're a weirdo. And unless you're like, no, you're a weirdo. I don't care. But, okay, so, like, donating your body to science and stuff like that, I've heard horrible stories of, like, body farms being unattended to and stuff, and, like, body farms in, and obviously there are, like, scientific body farms where people donate their bodies to science, and then they take your body and they put it in a certain condition to study it for, like, crime scene investigation. Like, how long does it take for, bugs to come to your body? How long does it take for decomposition of your, certain parts of your body to happen and whatever? So that they're able to take that information and accurately time out when somebody's been, potentially murdered or a suicide or whatever, or just, passed away, whatever. But I do know of, like, I know of, but I've heard, I've heard on the internet situations where people have donated their bodies to science for, cadaver purposes and medical research and stuff like that. And, things have been found, just bodies like mutilated and unkept and, disgustingly, unpreserved and stuff like that, and just degraded and shit like that. So that's where my, like, scary shit comes up. I'm like, I do not want to put my body out there like that. Like, I don't want to do that. That's scary. I'm not saying I have to or you have to or anything. That's obviously your choice, whatever. But that feels cursy. Like, can you imagine being like, oh, I'm going to donate my body to science to help people. And then, like, some piece of shit degrades it. And you're like, my ghost would literally come back from wherever and just like I would leech onto you and never let you live a peaceful day in your life. You would stub your toe every fucking day if I could. If you did that. If you did that to me or one of my loved ones, I would come after you in the afterlife as a ghost. Just know that. Wow, that was wildly off topic. Okay, coming back from my my afterlife threats. So I'm staying at the Flamingo in Las Vegas, which apparently has some cursy things about it. I'm going to look it up just to make sure I am 100% correct. But I know Bugsy Siegel, I believe his name is, started the Flamingo. He was a mobster back in the day, and he wanted to bring, like, a lot of glamour to the desert. Flamingo, Las Vegas lore. And let me tell you, I'm pissed because the flamingos are not there right now. Flamingos, I don't believe, are there right now. The pool is not there, so it was supposed to have been done. It was supposed to have been done. But it's not. It's not done. So, and I'm not going to the family pool. So I'm going to find a resort's pass to somewhere else. And I'll go to the fucking Virgin Resort pool before I go to the family pool. Las Vegas, the Flamingo. Let's see. Flamingo, Las Vegas, haunted lore. Give me the lore. Bugsy Siegel's last haunt. Yeah, okay. So Bugsy Siegel was a mob boss, and he was murdered. I don't believe he was murdered at the hotel, but because he's, like, obviously so tied to it, he says that people say that his spirit lingers there. And that he haunts, like, around the presidential suite. So I probably will not see that. Likely will not see that. But, and also, like, around where the flamingos are in the pool, I bet you he's pissed off. Do you think he's pissed off that they're redoing the pool, or do you think he's, like, happy about it? Do you think he's like, stop changing what I've built? Or do you think he's like, yes, make it better. Let my legacy live on forever. I don't know. Because who knows? The Flamingo could always, like, sell and change its name and whatever. But people say that he also haunts the wedding chapel. That would be fun. I would love to have a haunted wedding. Bugsy Siegel could walk me down the aisle. That would be so stupid. Oh, his name's Benjamin Bugsy Siegel. Love that. That's very, very cool. The presidential suite, which reportedly has the gold fixtures and bathroom fixtures from his old apartment, is in the hotel, which is why he's probably there. Which again leads me to believe, are ghosts haunting things or places or energies? What's going on? Oh, it first opened in December 26th. The Flamingo first opened December 26, 1946, followed by a 3-story hotel on March March 1st, 1947. It is the oldest continuously operated resort on the Strip and was the third to open there. Siegel was killed by an unknown shooter in June 1947, and numerous ownership changes would take place in the years to come. I love that. I don't love that. I love lore of any sort. So, oh my gosh. Ooh. Okay, so let me take it right back to the Luxor really quick, the pyramid. This is just coming up. The deadly blonde, multiple rooms have been rumored to be haunted by a blonde woman who seemingly suffocates guests. She's like, that's kind of crazy. She's pissed off. She is pissed. There's a poltergeist in room 318. A metallic noise is said to clang like clockwork every morning at 8:30 a.m., according to reports. I think they just put it in there in case. Some believe the Luxor is cursed with a dark energy that permeates the hotel. The Flamingo is known for... Okay, no, not... Why are flamingos famous? Hello? I don't care about the bird. Silly. Okay, so anyways, that is some of the haunts in Las Vegas. And I'm really excited. Honestly, I'm thinking about I'm thinking about downloading one of those readers. Those, I want to say like EMF readers. Are those what they are? It is an EMF reader. Yeah, okay. So I remember from last time, I am a ghost hunter. Anyways, the EMF reader. I'm thinking about downloading one of those apps. I don't know if it will fucking work because it's an app and I want to see if our room is haunted or whatever at the hotel. That would be so fun. We're getting 2 rooms too, just so we can have like a lot more space to like chill and do whatever. And so maybe one will be haunted and one won't. But I will let you guys know about that next week for sure. I know we talked a lot about this, but there's also, I just was like looking into so much history and lore of like famous places and stuff. And like, especially Vegas, I know they have like a Madame Tussauds museum there. And I was like, what is up with Madame Tussaud? What is her lore, right? And my best friend, she just went to Vegas. What the fuck am I saying? My best friend, she just went to Amsterdam and then Paris. And she was telling me about a bunch of like haunted places in Vegas. God, am I going to say Vegas one more time? She was telling me about all the like haunted lore of Paris. So I was like, is Madame Tussaud from Paris? Is she French or whatever? She is French, turns out. And she apparently like started in her like early 30s making the wax figures after learning how to make death masks for people executed from the French Revolution. And death masks are a whole crazy lore. Like, it's not lore, but it's a crazy history of like, King Tut and stuff having death masks, and Abraham Lincoln having a death mask, and William Shakespeare having a death mask, and just like for continuity of like large historical figures and being able to preserve that before photography. I think that is so crazy. Who was like, hey, I know they're dead. Let's go ahead, take a plaster mold of their face. And then we'll know, people will have like a record of their face for history and like art and things like that. And like statues and whatever, because obviously that won't last. So I know we're getting dark on this one, but so a little bit of history of death masks right there, just like to touch on it. But then Madame Tussaud, okay, so she started making death masks for people in the French Revolution, and she then started making wax figures in her early 30s. And I was like, I'm in my early 30s. I was like, oh girl, you fucking started doing that shit then? Hell yeah, and your fucking legacy is living on. Work, queen. Anyways, so she started making wax figures. She had this like mentor who was like really like a father to her, who took her under her wing. Curtis something. I'm so sorry. I'm going to find out. Curtis, blah, blah, blah. Felipe Curtis. Okay. Dr. Felipe Curtis is somebody who, he was a physician. He did wax work, was teaching her how to do this. She started making death masks. She then started making figures. She then started to make these figures, and after the French Revolution, she would take these figures, and they were of like horrible murderers from the French Revolution, and also very famous people as well. Started making them of like murderers and stuff from the French Revolution. Like, they were kind of controversial of, who she was making them of and whatever. So she headed out. She moved to London, I believe, 1802, and started having she made this collection of wax figurines. She then took it around and started traveling, taking these wax figurines, showcasing them. People came to visit. She made a lot of money from it. But traveling with wax figurines, obviously, around a hot British summer in the 1800s is not great. So she obviously had to settle down. So 1835, she settled down in London on Baker Street and opened up her first museum. After that, I believe she died in 15 years later, 1850. But now has all of these wax museums named after her, which I think is very cool for a 17th century French woman to start her own exhibit, travel with it, make money from. What an entrepreneur, number one. Way to showcase your art in an amazing way. And her original death mask and some of her early figures still exist today, which I think is so cool. Where can you see these, actually? And I think that there is one in Paris. So my friend did not go to Madame Tussauds, but she's like, there is one there. And I was like, I understand that you wouldn't want to go and see wax figurines of famous people in 2025. Certainly hits a little bit differently than it might in 1835, but I was like, wax figurines, they're not figurines. Where are they? They're in London. Okay, so she couldn't have seen it. Wow, that is very cool. What did she look like? Was she a pretty lady? She was. Good for her. Love that. Anybody ever make a wax figure of her? Wouldn't that be so fucked? This lady makes all these wax figures, and she doesn't make one of herself. Is there a wax figure of Madame Tussaud? Yes, Madame Tussaud has a wax figure of Madame Tussaud herself. The figure is currently displayed at the Madame Tussauds in London. Her death mask is also visible in the background of the figure. What? Oh! Looking at the wrong one, sis. You're lying, sis. You did yourself dirty. Ooh, is this... Why? I'm certainly accurate. Good for her. Man, Madame Tussaud. I mean, honestly, work, bitch. Work this bonnet. Work this shit. I just am if I was making a wax figure of myself, you better believe that I would cheat. You better believe I would, make it, maybe not 100% accurate. I don't know. I do myself right. There's Aaliyah has one. That's so nice. R.I.P. Aaliyah. You're incredible. You're one in a million. Oh, I'm so glad Afrojack has one. Weird. Alicia Keys, cool. A lot of cool people have some. But and then a lot of not cool people have some. You know what I mean? And you have to, obviously, Edward Scissorhands has one. Do you think? Okay, what if Edward Scissorhands, Jack Sparrow, and Johnny Depp all have wax figures? That's Johnny Depp having 3 wax figures. I'd be pissed. I'd be so pissed. I'd be where's my characters? If I was Chris Hemsworth or whatever, is that it? Who plays Thor? Maybe it's Chris Pine, whatever. Chris Hemsworth, I think. I'd be where's my Thor statue? And then where's my Chris Hemsworth statue? Hello? If I'm Scarlett Johansson, I'm where's my Black Widow statue? And my husband is in the middle of watching Marvel movies. Can you imagine? And where's my Scarlett Johansson one? Scott F. Fitzgerald. That's a cool one. Is that his wax figure? The guy had some fucking slicked hair. I think it was one long middle part and then slicked. You know what I mean? So, but Grumpy Cat has one. Oh, Grumpy Cat, R.I.P. Oh, Tartar Sauce, nicknamed Grumpy Cat. Tartar Sauce, Tardar, Tartar Sauce. grumpy cat. That is so cute. Okay, R.I.P. Grumpy Cat, making me sad. The gingerbread man from Shrek has a wax figure. Can you imagine if the voice actor doesn't? I'd be like, what the fuck? Hello Kitty has one. Okay, I gotta get it out of here. Okay, so Madame Tussaud, she obviously was a baller lady. Doing baller things, living a baller life, setting up her own. You can go your own way. Okay, whatever. I gotta get out of here. You gotta know. Okay, but you gotta go your own way, everybody. What is my recommendation of the week? My recommendation of the week. I know this is like snacky. I don't care. Those limited edition Oreos right now, the S'mores Oreos, brought those back. Delish. Chocolate covered pretzel Oreos. What I need you all to do, and hear me out. Take one of those. It already has a little bit of salt in it, but I need you to take one. You need to separate the cookies. And on the cream part, I need you to go ahead and take just a little grind of salt with me. Like this. Just a little grind of salt on there. Then put it back and then eat it. Your life will be good. For that 25 seconds that you're eating that, 30 seconds, it's nothing else that will matter in this world. But it does need, the cookie has a little bit of saltiness. I'm like getting hungry. Cookie has a little bit of saltiness, but it needs a little bit more. There you go. That's my recommendation of the week. Add some salt to your chocolate covered pretzel Oreos. Snacks with Zak would be so proud right now. I'm telling you. Okay, guys. So I think that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys have a great, amazing rest of your week. Go watch my videos from last week, you guys. They are hot, hot, hot. They are ready. They're free 99 all the time. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Tell your weird uncle about me, and I'll see you next one. Bye. Okay, no, that was lame. But bye.